What is up guys, Etienne here from CCD, and in today's video I'm going to show you the best and easiest way to repaint your brake calipers on your vehicle, so stay tuned. Welcome to the first video of 2021. I hope you guys had a great festive season. For me, it's actually 2 or 3 days before New Year's. I want to start the video off by saying thanks to everyone who supported us in 2020. The channel did absolutely amazing. I'm so happy with what we have achieved in 2020. Let's crush it on 2021. That's all I want to say. Let's go ahead, take the wheels off and see what the calipers currently looks like before we paint them. As you can see, the calipers looks nasty. I don't think they've ever been painted. I think that's the color they came from the factory. So if you don't know yet, we are going to go with the yellow. I've got some spray mate engine enamel. This is called cat yellow or caterpillar yellow. I've seen cars with this on and it looks phenomenal. This cap tends to look a bit orange, but I promise you it's not. It's a phenomenal color. There's literally all the products that we are going to need. We've got some black plastic bags, our Brembo stickers, steel wool, blue painter's tape, high heat clear coat, high heat yellow spray, brake cleaner, acetone, and Geon rim ceramic coating, because we will be ceramic coating the brake calipers once we are done painting them. First off, we are going to start with the steel wool and the brake cleaner. We are going to clean up the brake pads and make sure, or the brake calipers, and make sure that they are entirely clean, free of all dirt and debris, so once we start painting that they are as clean as possible. So let's go ahead and start cleaning them. After cleaning the brakes with brake cleaner and steel wool, next up I'm going to use acetone on white paper towels and wipe them completely clean, and after that we are going to start spraying. So this is going to be the last step before we start spraying. This is stuff you can't get off. I forgot, before we start spraying, I'm actually going to tape off everything I don't want sprayed, so bleeder nipples like this. And I'll show you guys once we get there, but I'm going to wipe them off with acetone and then we'll take it from there. Brakes are wiped clean with acetone. The next step is going to be to use the painter's tape to tape off bleeder nipples, the slider rubbers, all of that. I'm going to tape it off, and then I'll show you guys what I taped off. We're not going to tape off the whole entire caliper. That's why we've got the black bags. I'll show you how to use that. I'm going to tape off all the small details and then I'll show you guys what I did. Taping is done. On the fronts we taped off the bleeder nipples. The rest will get sprayed. I'll try my best not to spray in there, but if I do, it won't be the end of the world. And in the rears we taped off the actual brake pads so we don't paint in there. And then the slider rubbers, we tape them off as well. Next up, I'm going to show you guys a very nifty trick with the black bags on how to wrap that all up. I learned that from Evan from Throttle, who shares a shop with TJ Hunt over in the States. I've been following those guys for a number of years now, way before I started the YouTube channel. Very handy trick. Let me go ahead and show you guys the best way to do it. Thanks to Evan from Throttle once again for this method. The first step is to open up the bag completely like this. You tear along the seams, and then what we are going to do is I'm going to make a small cut in the bag, basically like a small incision, and then I'm going to use the elasticity of the bag to pull it over the caliper, and then from there on we'll tape it over the car to prevent overspray. So I'm going to try and do this around about the middle of the bag. Gonna start with a small cut. If needed, we can open it up a bit bigger, but like I say, you basically want to use the elasticity of the bag to pull it over the caliper. So there's our small cut. Hope you can see that just fine. So I have to open it up a bit bigger to reach around. All good. And then move it like that. Over that bleeding nipple there. As you can see, currently wrapped around. So now I'm going to basically just tape it somewhere on the car, wherever. And that's our caliper. On this end, you just have to basically try and tuck it in there and make sure that when you spray that you'll get proper coverage on this end and not miss off the caliper. But once you check that, you'll be good to go. Gonna go ahead and do all 4 of them, as well as tape off or mask off a bit of the car. I've got some extra plastic bags, so I've got about 6, I think I've got 6 or 8 bags. Going to tape everything off, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like once I'm done with that. We currently have every corner covered up, and the next step is going to be to start spraying. We're going to start with a very light coat, of yellow paint, and then as we lay down more coats, we'll start applying thicker. You don't have to start with a thick coat, it's actually better to start with a light coat. Guys, I see everyone in the comments asking for that car. I promise you I will get to this thing. I promised myself that I'm gonna draw a line for 2020 and we'll start over in 2021. I can't give you updates. I can't even remember where we last were with this car, but it's still giving me issues. I'm not driving it at all. It hasn't driven in, I think it's 2 months, not even sure. Anyways, so the brakes are painted, they're dry to the touch now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Brembo stickers, apply them to the fronts only, and then we can start laying the clear coat. And then once the clear coat's done, we can take off all the wrapping, put the wheels back on, and it's going to look amazing. I can tell it's going to look phenomenal. The yellow seems like there's a slight difference between this and this, but I've got some more of this yellow. So if it's too much of a difference and it bugs me, we'll take these yellow badges off and redo them in the same yellow. I took all the black bags that I used off the car. The masking tape on the bleeders and stuff is still on because the paint is still wet. But while we're waiting for this, I need to replace the ball joints, which is these right here on the rack end. I got some new ones in. Oh, and I decided to spray the wheel center caps. I wasn't gonna put them back on and have the color not match, so I decided to do them while I'm busy. So they're all sprayed, they're all busy drying as well, then we can pop them back in the center caps. These are the rack ends. I honestly can't even remember when I ordered them. It was such a long time ago, but they only came this week. And this is what the new ones look like. Obviously exactly the same as the old ones. But these ball joints here on mine is giving me issues. You guys would remember when I bought the car, I said that there's a suspension knock or rattle or something's not like, and it makes the car drive like a hawk. So this is supposed to sort it out. When I took the car for wheel alignment after we fitted the new tires, when we sprayed the wheels black, they advised me that I need to replace these, and I've been waiting for them ever since. It should be easy to fit them. You're going to loosen this nut and you hit the ball joint out of the hub on the wheel, and then on this end where the rack end comes in, there's a locking nut that we take off, and then we'll screw this in to plus minus the exact position, so we won't mess around with the wheel alignment too much. But I'm going to potch tomorrow with the car. If I feel that the wheel alignment is off, I will take it back and have them redo the wheel alignment. Like I say, there is a way that you can do this without messing around with the wheel alignment, which is the way I'm going to attempt to do it. I'm not going to show you guys much of that. This video is more so about the brake calipers. They came out phenomenal. I can't wait to put the wheels back on and put the car to the ground and show you guys what it looks like. The stickers looks mighty fine as well. Very easy job. Took me about half a day up to this point, but like I said, now we're just waiting for them to dry properly so we can coat them. If you're not going to coat them by this time, you can put your wheels back on already and just give it a couple hours before you drive it, I would suggest. For some reason I lost the original outro to this video, so this is going to be outro. If you made it to the end, thanks for sticking with me through the entire video. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. I would really appreciate it. In the next video, we're going to have a look back on 2020, see how the year went, and then we're going to set ourselves some new goals for 2021, which by the way we crushed about almost all of our 2020 goals, so very happy with the year. But stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you in the next one, bro. Peace out and reflect your passion.